Hey traders, I'm always asked about my favorite trading strategy. One of my top strategy involves the VWAP, or the volume weighted average price. Regardless of who you talk to, traders are always eager to master the VWAP too. So let's unlock the secrets of this powerful indicator. But first, hit that like button and subscribe for more trading insights. VWAP stands out from other indicators as it combines the average price weighted by volume. Thus, the VWAP provides a quick market snapshot. Let's break down how the VWAP works in the first place. The VWAP equals the dollar value of all the trading periods divided by the total trading volume of that current day. So pretty much like a moving average that includes what? Volume, of course. VWAP offers a more nuanced understanding of the market dynamics. In my trading setup, I rely on VWAP as a description approach, with the line highlighted here in orange on the charts, keeping my strategy straightforward and effective. Let's break down how the VWAP can be a good reading on strengths or weakness of an intraday chart. Let's take a look. Tip number 1. VWAP is a quick definition of whether a stock is strong or not. Imagine VWAP as the market's heartbeat, and stocks are trading above this line are generally in a strong position, indicating a potential buying opportunity. Conversely, if they're below the VWAP, it might be time to consider short selling. Let's take a look at what I call the VWAP bounce strategy. Let's take a look here. If you take here NVIDIA, right, you can see that it had a nice push out the gates and it's held a pullback and then gone higher. So if it can hold the VWAP, which is the orange line, that's a big positive. So what we're looking for is a big breakout out the gates and a pullback to that line to join the party. Like always, it's important to understand your risk here, so it should be the support below it. And you could technically use the VWAP as the support, and it should hold that trend if it wants to remain strong. Let's look at the NVIDIA trade here, and I'm gonna give you the VWAP bounce strategy. Take a look at NVIDIA here, which of course stays strong out the opening bell above the VWAP line, signaling a bullish momentum move. So now we're trying to join the party on pullbacks to the VWAP to ride it back to the resistance. So the important part of this trade is always understanding where your out is and how much you're trying to risk. The trade would work like this. If you take a look here, you see that nice little push out the gates. We're looking for pullback entries near that orange line, and then looking to sell as we break through resistance towards the next level. Of course, always use levels to the left to see where the next resistance could be above that, as we clearly see a resistance is created around the 920 area. So if we're using VWAP, we can technically get to tip number 2. Let's talk a little bit about that. Now, tip number 2, once we have the profits, using the VWAP to enhance the profits is essential. To do this, you can use the VWAP as a support on a swing trade that needs to get through the intraday action and overnight. So essentially, we're looking for NVIDIA in this case to hold above the orange line and not cut below it. That could help us actually hold overnight and catch the next momentum swing. So you see the next day it's actually opened up at 950s. If you're able to hold through that on a swing trade, that's how you get the massive profits. And for those who love the thrill of short selling and joining, dare I say, the dark side of trading, understand that this does come with some certain high risk. Yet using the VWAP for shorts has some real edge. One of my top ways to use the VWAP is called the VWAP fade. The strategy works like this. Let's take a look. I look for an opening dump of price action and watch for the fading off the VWAP. So right here, you see it right here. As it opens up, you get a nice wash. So what we're looking to do is essentially come back and attack shorts off of the VWAP. Where your risk is going to be is to the left-hand side, either off support. In this case, it needs to be off the resistance, which is up there towards 733. But now if you're able to get short on the VWAP here on COSTCO at 730, this immediately drops right back down through the support. A lot of times I'm taking major profits through 727 as a day trader, but looking for the continued leak all day. And if it doesn't come back against the VWAP, that shows me more and more that this stock is not only weak, but could have continued weakness going into the next couple of days. So in this case, you see COSTCO give up, go to 721s, and what happens the next day? And what happens all day? A leak, and the next day, same thing. Another leak off of the VWAP, and even rejecting it again. These are the types of things that could expand your winning and take your profits to the next level. Navigating short squeezes with the VWAP and short traps are common in volatile markets, especially with low float stocks. When a stock dips below the VWAP, luring some short sellers, then reverses sharply, causing a price surge. This could cause some traders to get caught on the wrong side, like you see in SoFi here. You see it quickly, it goes back below the VWAP, but towards the support, then quickly reverses back to the upside. This is what we call the fake out long. So you gotta understand that you could still have some shake within this strategy. To wrap up, the VWAP isn't just a line on a chart. It's a description indicator that when used wisely can enhance your trading precision. Whether you're gauging market sentiment, maximizing on profits, or avoiding some short traps, VWAP has something to offer for every trader out there. So traders, I'm interested in discovering what your favorite indicator is. So based on the feedback, I will look into the comments and choose my next topic. So until next time, I look forward to providing you with more education right here only on TDR.